Shadows stretch longer than streets at night. Thoughts refuse to line up straight. Every sound carries extra meaning. Footsteps echo twice. Once real, once imagined. The mind scans corners before the eyes do. Silence grows loud inside narrow rooms. Walls feel closer with each breath counted. Memories replay without permission. Old scenes gain new details. None of them bring comfort. Trust wears thin under constant alert. Muscles stay tight even while sitting still. Rest feels suspicious. Calm feels temporary. Peace waits behind locked doors. Street lights flicker like broken signal. Vision questions itself. Was that movement a habit? Was that threat a reflex? The brain answers before facts arrive. Sleep loses structure. Dreams bleed in the daylight. Thoughts loop without exit signs. Logic argues with instinct. Instinct usually wins. Hands shake from effort, not fear alone. Effort of staying composed. Effort of appearing steady. Effort drains faster than strength. Voices from the past grow louder. They repeat warnings learned early. Stay sharp, stay guarded, never relax fully. Paranoia dresses as preparation. Anxiety poses as intelligence. Survival habits overstay their purpose. The mind refuses to downshift. Reflections feel unfamiliar. Eyes look back with questions. Who trusts, who here? What start deserves belief. Doubt spreads quietly. Laughter sounds distant. Joy arrives muted. Pleasure carries guilt for existing. Happiness feels reckless. Worry demands attention first. Crowds intensify isolation. Too many angles to track. Too many expressions to read. Every glance holds potential judgment. Every whisper aims somewhere. The heart beats out of rhythm, not fast, uneven, like waiting for impact. Confidence arose through repetition. One bad thought leaves another. Change form without warning. Breaking one link solves nothing. The body reacts before permission. Sweat forms under imagined heat. Pulse spikes from nothing visible. The mind fills gaps aggressively. Reality competes with perception. Perception rarely yields ground. Facts lose weight against feeling. Feeling dominates the room. Time stretches under stress. Minutes feel borrowed. Seconds feel monitored. Patience thins quickly. Anger hides behind fear. Fear hides behind pride. Pride blocks help. Help feels risky. Night offers no refuge. Darkness amplifies thought. Every noise earns an analysis. Every pause invites suspicion. Memory distorts events gently then violently. Small threats grow teeth. Neutral faces gain motives. The mind rehearses outcomes. Most of them grim. Preparation mass pessimism. Hope waits outside the loop. Conversation becomes performance. Words chosen carefully. Tone adjusted constantly. Mistakes feel permanent. Relief arrives briefly. Never stays. Leaves questions behind. Why did calm feel unsafe? Past trauma negotiates. Control obtains protection as motive. It demands vigilance as payment. Letting go feels irresponsible. The body listens to history. Scars instruct nerves. Lessons learned through damage stay loud. Isolation grows from self-defense. Distance reduces variables. Fewer people, fewer surprises. Loneliness trades safety for quiet pain. Every day requires negotiation. Which thoughts deserve attention, which fears deserve dismissal. The balance shifts often. Strength shows in endurance, not loud resistance. Quiet persistence, carrying weight without display. Acknowledging struggle feels risky. Exposure invites judgment. Judgment threatens control. Control feels necessary. The mind fights itself daily. One side seeks rest, the other demands readiness. Neither fully wins. Progress moves slow, measured in calmer moments. Shorter spirals, faster recoveries. Understanding grows through patience. Patience builds from honesty. Honesty starts inside. Fear loses grip when named. Thoughts weaken under inspection. Not gone, reduced. Stability develops gradually. Small victories stack, breathing steady. Focus returns in pieces. The struggle remains real, so does resolve. Living continues between tension and release. The mind plays tricks. Awareness learns the rules. Precision sharpens every sentence before release. Language moves with intent, don't waste emotion. Syllable stack tight, engineer for impact. Each mind earns space by function alone. The thoughts travel fast, but never scatter. Control guides speed, focus strings excess. Expression stays backs without clutter. Vocabulary stretches across influence and occupation. Street logic meets intellectual reach. High reference blends with grounded detail. Nothing feels ornamental, everything serves the rep. Non-phase appears without announcement. It still speaks through execution. No need to declare dominance. Consistency hammers proof. Images survive at the back. Scenes flash then dissolve, getting builds through sequence. When our ear leans on the next, momentum replaces narrative. Timing stays exact. Phrases for silence expects them. Breath control mirrors, thought control. Cadence never slips. The beat becomes grid paper, words align with intention. Stress lands deliberately, rhyme schemes interlock clean. Metaphors stay functional, comparisons clarify dark. No exact symbolism, clarity stays keen. Observation fuels credibility, details feel lived in. Corners described through texture, moments capture, lid motion. Hints and lack flexes, grind me, knowledge drop, put out footnotes, references, trust, listen, awareness. No hand holding offered. Lines can save packs for efficiency. Grammar adapts the rhythm, O's adjust the purpose. Form stays flexible, exalt. There is pride and restraint. Why we held back? Backdrop and delivery. Nothing spills unnecessarily. Each bar feels accounted for. The voice stays steady. No rush, no drag. Balance, whole center. Ideas to beat inside tight frames. Only the strongest survive the any. Weak thoughts get cut, earn me. Discipline defines output. I can see rows from stain, not volume. Quality repeats, build reputation. Knowing stays fast, precision lasts longer. Technique hides in plain sight. Casual listening, back surface straight. Focus ears and cover latest beneath. Folks' experiences remain valid. The tone refuses exaggeration. No inflated claims, no empty threats. Authority comes from structure. Cultural awareness spreads the words is banned. Influences acknowledged through refinement. History informs style without copying. Evolution shows respect without imitation. Internal rhyme rise propulsion. External rhyme seals impact. Balance shit subtly. Predictability never settles. The mind stays tears, sets ahead of sound. Planet receives delivery. Improvisation hackens and slide control. Freedom prize and the constraint. Every line carries intention. Every intention carries weight. Look and flows without anger. Imagery remains sharp but grinding. No fantasy escape. No cartoon exists. Reality thunder through skill. That recession exists implicitly. No call outs required. Comparison happens naturally. The execution sets hierarchy. The voice and voice blooded emotion. Feeling channels through lodges. Expression remains cool but alive. This approach values man's for the overtrained. Style of dance without chasing cycle. Timelessness grows one focus. Beach burps, funk change like blueprint. Master, testing, reinforced. Errors feel unlike me. Preparation shows an ease shows them flow. The listener sentence control immediately. Confidence registers without explanation. Rap reveals itself line by line. No chorus interrupts momentum. No repetition for comfort. Aggression drives forward. Energy sustains through variation. Switches feel line. Nothing abrupt. Kept them lazy. The mind behind the words stays alert. Awareness sharpens delivery. Presence fills space. The style leaves little room for doubt. Capability confirms itself. Skill remains evident, it speaks clear.
Reflection talks back without apology. The voice sounds familiar and distant at once. Identity sits steady without costume or defense. No crowd required for confirmation. Labels float around searching for skin. None stick for long. Shape stays flexible. Definition stays internal. Expression grows from comfort with difference. Style forms through choice, not demand. Standing apart feels natural here. Belonging starts inside first. The mirror offers no script. Only presence, only truth shaped by experience. Nothing borrowed. Confidence breathes easy. No need for volume, no need for permission. Position holds firm through consistency. Taste evolves through curiosity. Sound, color, rhythm blend freely. No hierarchy enforced. Preference remains personal. Opinions pass by like weather. Some loud, some brief, none permanent. Self-trust outlasts trends. Fashion fades fast. Character moves slower. Roots deepen while noise changes direction. Joy arrives through alignment. Living honest removes friction. Energy saves itself when pretense leaves. Difference reads as strength here. Uniformity offers nothing useful. Contrast sharpens awareness. Walking solo never equals isolation. Company exists through self-respect. Peace follows acceptance. The past tried definitions early. Those shapes cracked under growth. Expansion ignores old borders. Expression refuses apology. Tone stay relaxed. Posture stays open. Nothing forced. This presence rejects performance. No acting required. Daily life holds enough material. Humor softens edges. Seriousness stays selective. Balance guides interaction. Crowds sense authenticity quickly. Realness needs no explanation. It reads clear. The mind stays curious. Learning never stops. Influence flows in and out freely. Comparison loses relevance. Past differ for reason. Measurement wastes time. This approach favors ease over approval. Comfort grows from clarity. Clarity comes from honesty. No single image defines the whole. Contradictions coexist peacefully. Verity feels human. Style speaks before words. Movement carries intention. Gesture completes meaning. Time proves alignment right. Staying true removes correction later. Criticism fades faster than memory. Integrity stays visible longer. This voice trusts instinct. Instinct sharpens through listening. Listening begins inward. Individual rhythm sets pace. No rush applied, no drag accepted. Presence feels light, effort drops once masks fall. Expression stays playful without dilution. Depth exists without heaviness. Self-awareness keeps ego small. Self-respect keeps posture tall. Belief builds quietly. Action confirms it daily. Originality live through sincerity. Copying never enters discussion. This stance remains adaptable. Road welcome, change respected. Confidence here avoids confrontation. Strength stays calm. The message stays simple. Be aligned. Stay present. Move honest. Identity remains whole without witnesses. Validation unnecessary. Existence speaks enough.
Memory holds a face sharper than yesterday. Memory holds a face. Memory holds a face sharper than yesterday. Time refuses to blur certain details. A laugh still echoes inside quiet rooms. Absence sneaks lighter than presence ever did. Plans once shared now sit unfinished. Cooners keep reminders without mercy. Every familiar route reopens thought. Regret lines how to walk the side routine. Affection limp in small gestures. Late talks, shared meals cooling our counters. Ordinary moments carry weight unseen then. Ambition boom focus elsewhere. Fast choices calm as quake belief. Short paths hid, long shadows and tension drifted from what mattered most. Love waited patiently. Trust extended further than it should. The boredom arrived soft at first. Love waited patiently. Trust extended further than it should. Warnings arrived soft at first. Ignored through confidence and distraction. The streets offered urgency and noise. Money moved faster than reason. Risk dressed like opportunity. Consequences stay quiet until too late. Promises felt solid and spoken. Actions told another story. Distance grew inside the same ruin. Silence replaced conversation gradually. Hope lingered longer than logic. Belief resisted evidence. Care forgave too easily. And generosity went unprotected. A ceremony changed everything. Chaos arrived without ceremonial. Fear moved quicker than fire. Aftermath settled heavy and final. Loss introduced itself brutally. No preparation softened the blow. Reality demanded attention immediately. Denial fell fast. Yo surfaced without invitation. Questions repeated with no answers. What if arise late and useless? Responsibility weighs different after Dallas. Love reveals value once removed. Presence proves irreplaceable after absence. The mind replays alternatives endlessly. Learn out the outcome. Grief teaches through repetition. Pain returns in waves. Some days calm, others overwhelming. Strength feels before it early on. Composure cracks under solitude. Tears fall without witnesses. Healing avoids schedules. Friends offer words meant well. Comfort reaches limits. Some answers resist consolation. Acceptance grows slowly. The future looks unfamiliar now. Playing feet right themselves reluctantly. Direction feels uncertain. Motivation struggles under memory. Yet reflection sharpens priorities. Lessons guard themselves deep. Love commands attention and protection. Neglect calls more than effort. Time continues indifferent. Life asks participation regardless of grief. Responsibility resumes without pause. Forward motion feels heavy but the quiet. Memory becomes companion rather than enemy. Pain softens to awareness. Awareness reshapes intention. Intention guides behavior. Past mistakes refuse erasure. They offer instruction instead. Growth honors loss indirectly. Change becomes trivial. Care grows more deliberate now. Attention stays present longer. Listen on repressing assumption. Action follows words more closely. Trust rebels eternally first. Self-judgment eases gradually. Forgiveness begins inside. Healing gains traction there. Love remains possible after damage. Risk never disappears fully. Caution learns balance. Fear no longer bribes alone. Memory still visits unannounced. Some days hurt more than others. Acceptance coexists with volume. Over loud space. The story remains unfinished. Life continues writing new chapters. The past unfolds but does not console. Meaning falls through response. Loss leaves marks impossible to hide. Those marks teach empathy. Empathy reshapes interaction. Compassion grows strong but boosts. This reflection carries weight forward. Attention stays sharper. Choices slow down. Presence gains value. Love once lost. Left never but fully needs. No. Transforms into guidance. Guidance, 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 guidance. Love once lost never fully leaves. It transforms into guidance. Guidance shapes future care. Care earns memory quietly. Regret fades into responsibility. Responsibility turns into resolve. Dissolve stays movement ahead. The face remains clear in thought. The lesson remains clearer. Some people define direction commonly lit. Their absence still rides the path. Every hole's a face. That E, that E, every hole's a face. Every hole's a face.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yeah. Da 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 da. Yeah. Da 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 da.
Pressure fills the room before sound arrives. Silence tightens like a held breath. Focus sharpens instinctively. Every bar steps forward with intent. The space respects preparation, only hesitation gets exposed fast. Presence weighs more than volume, delivery decides rank. Words come compact and unforgiving, no decoration slows momentum. Each phrase lands built for impact, nothing wasted. Confidence shows through control, no rush needed, no filler allowed. Timing stays exact, this voice does not ask for entry. It arrives already positioned, attention shifts automatically. Energy bends towards certainty. Rhymes stay grounded in confrontation, direct, unfiltered, clear in purpose. There is no comfort offered here, only challenge, only stance. The tone warns without shouting. Street logic informs every decision, experience filters expression. Lessons learned through pressure stay permanent. Bars strike in sequence, one after another. No room to breathe between impacts, momentum refuses interruption. This approach favors strength over charm, authority over friendliness. Respect earned through consistency. The beat moves heavy and deliberate, each adar measured, no swing wasted. Words locking tight, opposition acknowledged without ceremony. Competent assumed by default, skill sets distance immediately. Lines cut clean, no flourish, no apology. Precision handles intimidation quietly. Awareness stays wide, angles covered. Weak spots addressed early. Preparation shows the delivery stay grounded in reality. No fantasy armor, no exaggerated myth. Only sharpened presence, control replaces aggression. Restraint amplifies threat. Calm signals confidence deeper than noise. This voice trusts its foundation. Does not overextend, does not chase reaction. Execution speaks long-term, patterns shift without warning. Rhyme schemes rotate, cadence adapts, predictability never settles. Each verse functions as statement. Position clarified, boundary set, no confusion allowed. There is weight behind every syllable. History informs posture. Experience guides pace. Attention remains locked forward. No distractions entertain. Focus narrows. The sound does not seek mass appeal. It speaks to those listening closely. Recognition happens internally. Energy stays dense. Atmosphere thick. Every line adds pressure. This presence resists dilution. No compromise with softness. No bending for approval. Words arrive sharpened by discipline. Practice shows through ease max effort. The stance remains defensive and assertive. Ready for response, prepared for escalation. There is no narrative detour, no emotional confession. Purpose stays singular, the environment responds accordingly. Heads nod or step back, reaction proves effect. This approach honors raw tradition, keeps fundamentals intact. Updates technique through refinement. Bars connect like chain links, strength multiplies through structure. Break one intention holds, confidence here feels earned. Not inflated, not borrowed, built slowly and tested often. The voice remains steady under scrutiny, no cracks under pressure, no deviation from intent. Silence after lines feels heavy, impact lingers longer than sound. The message settles, this presence demands readiness from others, raises the bar implicitly, forces response through quality. There is no finish line announced, momentum continues, energy sustains. Each verse reinforces position, repetition strengthens authority, consistency becomes signature. The tone stays dark and focused, no humor softens edges. Seriousness dominates space, skill sharpens further through often textured. Opposition fuels refinement, resistance reveals strength. The style avoids explanation, understanding becomes responsibility of the listener. Bars remain grounded in confidence, confidence rooted in ability proven through time. The voice never wavers, delivery remains locked, purpose stays clear. This is presence distilled, no excess, no disguise. Only readiness expressed through sound. Whoa, whoa. Da 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 da.
across the pavement like invitation. Night hums warm and patient. Bass rolls slow through open doors, the city loosens its tie. Gold light hits faces relaxed by motion. Laughter moves easy between hands raised. Stress waits outside the circle, inside feels earned. Money talks quiet here, not loud flash, steady proof of effort. Long days compressed into brief relief. Shoes clean from intention, not excess. Style reads confidence without explanation. Presence matters more than display. Posture carries history. Conversations drift from hustle to humor. Serious points wrapped in smiles. Nobody forgets the weight behind joy. Celebration respects the grind. Music leans heavy on groove. Soul rides the rhythm. Funk underlines movement. Body respond before thought interrupts. The night feels communal. Shared energy, shared understanding. Everybody knows the cost of entry. Success tastes sweeter when earned hard. Pleasure feels honest after sacrifice. No fantasy required, reality already sharp. Women move with autonomy and choice. Eyes meet without pressure. Interest stays mutual, respect stays intact. Stories surface between sips and eyes. Long roads, missed chances, small wins stacked carefully. Nobody pretend perfection. Flaws acknowledged through humor. Survival taught flexibility. Adaptation kept lights on. The sound system breathes life into space. Lyrics drift past ears already familiar with struggle. Words resonate deeper here. Experience confirms meaning. The scene values balance. Earn, enjoy, repeat with intention. Flash fades quick, consistency lasts. That lesson circulates freely. The night holds elegance without stiffness. Class without distance. Luxury defined by freedom. Clocks lose authority for a while. Tomorrow waits respectfully. Right now owns the room. Men stand tall without menace. Confidence grounded, security internal. No need for domination. Women laugh loud without apology. Joy occupies space proudly. Expression feels safe. The city outside still rough. Nobody forgets that awareness sharpens gratitude. Movement stays fluid. No rush, no drag. Tempo matches mood. Conversation slide into philosophy. Purpose discussed without preaching. Dreams shared without shame. The grind taught patience. Patience refined taste. Taste shaped identity. Fashion reads regional pride. Roots visible in detail. Influence filtered through originality. The night hosts ambition without tension. Success celebrated collectively. Envy finds no seat. Respect flows horizontal, no hierarchy and far status measured by contribution. Loyalty shows through presence, faces repeat across weekends, community forms naturally. The vibe stays generous, no gatekeeping, no false exclusivity. Cash registers ring earlier, now music handles accounting. Smiles settle debts, some dance for release, some stand back and observe, both belong equally. The room smells like confidence and cologne, energy lab thick but calm. No chaos, every laugh feels earned, every nod confirms survival. The night does not erase reality, it reframes it briefly. Perspective resets, ambition returns. Tomorrow sharper, tonight restores balance. Lights dim, slightly groove deepens. Focus narrows to rhythm, time slides unnoticed. Memory forms mid-moment, future nostalgia builds quietly. This gathering honors effort, rewards persistence. Acknowledge cost, pleasure here holds dignity. Fun carries awareness, enjoyment respects consequence. When the night winds down, nobody feels empty. Energy spent wisely returns interest. Shoes hit pavement again, city rests pressure, but posture stays taller, remains and carries forward. Confidence renewed, purpose intact. The scene repeats across seasons, different faces, same spirit. Work hard, live fully, celebrate honestly. That rhythm stays constant, long after the music fades.
Stead and wounds up from pressure. Eyes measure every move. Sonic wave more than praise. I speak facts and hold ground. They go on and keep store, keep records. They got in wait. I epic collect result. The
Spad post friction, I accept friction. No apology issue, no permission requested. I learn a poor phase fast. Respect stays where work stays past it. I move looking 10 steps, stay sharp. No wasted motion, no borrowed posture. You throw labels, I return output. You spray noise, I deliver crew. I read the room, I read the terms. I sign nothing, I owe nothing. Conflict follows progress, I do not flinch. Press success, resolve passes. I speak clean, I mean each line. No disguise warm, no mask needed. The foul shift daily, standards bend. I say fix my line, stay straight. I hear the whispers, I love the names. Memory stays active, time handles payment. They reach for credit, I claim authorship. They seek shortcuts, I build structure. This voice stays firm, words stay firm. Tone stays level and tip stays clear. I took losses, I kept notes, I adjusted moves. I return slaughter with romantic. Only process, only discipline, only execution. They ask for accents, I set distance. Marriage protect focus, focus feeds output. I seek the power, I do not heal, I do not close, I do not dig. Heat rises around me, I stay composed. Chaos circles, order remains. I refuse, got no shade, I refuse delay, I refuse retreat. Former remains, the weight feels heavy, I carry it. The cause feels high, I pay it. The stand hit the bites, 8, I accept the terms. Opposition take no relevance, use motion. I measure bronze fest daily. Numbers do not lie, talk tricks. Results remain, I solve the skill. I steady errors, I correct course. I move again. No hero talk, no legend claims, only presence. Only effect, I stay invincible, I stay accountable. I stay consequences, I own outcline. They mimic clone, they copy paste, they miss core. Core takes time, I protect our circle, I vet each entry. Plus earn entry, entry stays limited. I speak for self, no spokesperson, no hands up, no filter. Threat sound down, action sounds louder. I choose action. This round feels hostile. I plant roots hold firm. Storms pants, I do not chase trends. I set markers, stay fixed, match change. They frame stories, I publish facts. Facts stand firm, spin collapses. I take hits, I stayed upright. I keep moving, potion wings. I'm finicky soul, no pity soul, no mercy ass, only turns and forwards. I see the long view. Patience, guys, pace, sustains power. Power stays earned. Power stays earned. This voice ends here. Position stays clear. Power. This voice ends here. Position stays clear. Respect follows output.
I speak from inside the process. From rooms without windows, from hours stacked on hours, from weight earned through repetition. You see motion, you assume ease, you miss the strain, you miss the cost. I learned by exposure, cold floors, late exits, early entries, every step recorded, every error logged, every game defended, nothing gifted. I watched doors close, I studied hinges, I built keys, I forced entry through merit. You hear outcomes, you ignore pillars, you quote numbers, you skip labor. I stood present when silence ruled, no applause, no audience, only pressure. Pressure trained discipline, discipline shaped vision, vision set direction, direction demanded action. I moved inventory, I moved plans, I moved quietly. Noise stayed elsewhere, false confidence fades. Work ethic compounds, time favors consistency, shortcuts collapse. You repeat slogans, I repeat routines. You chase moments, I sustain momentum. I learned pricing, risk tolerance, supply demand. Human behavior under stress, lost sharpened focus. Doubt filtered allies, fatigue testing intent, intense survive. I stayed measurable, trackable, auditable, nothing abstract. I speak plain, no theatrics, no exaggeration. Facts only, you narrate dreams, I document results. You seek validation, I seek leverage. My calendar tells truth, my hands show proof. My circle stays small, my standards stay fixed. I read contracts closely, margins matter, timing matters, ownership matters. I saw peers rush, burn bright, fade early, lessons absorbed. I chose patience, structured growth, long cycles, durable positioning. You watch highlights, I live the full tape. Miss meals, miss sleep, I learn restraint, impose cost. Silence protects, focus multiplies when pressure peaked. I stayed aligned, no panic, no drift. Every move audited internally, no excuses accepted. Corrections applied immediately, domain preserved. I learned leadership through scarcity, shared risk, clear roles, accountability enforced. I refuse borrowed narratives, my path stays documented. Every claim supported, every word traceable. You question legitimacy, I point to timelines, receipts remain, memory stays sharp. I speak from repetition, from patterns, from cycles closed, from returns validated. Confidence arrived late after proof stack, after errors reduced, after systems held. I never sold fantasy, only structure, only process, only outcomes. I watched trends spike and vanish. Foundations stayed, foundations mattered. I learned value creation, not optics, not noise, substance over display. I stay soft under stress, liquidity protected, exposure managed, risk priced accurately. You see the surface, you miss the framework, you miss the testing, you miss the years. I learned negotiation through friction, positioning through patience, power through preparation, respect through consistency. Every stance defended logically, emotion removed, data favored decisions executed. I watch talkers peak early, volume full, crowd silence full, none. Results spoke. I stay present, I stay accountable, I stay scalable, I stay grounded. This voice reflects earned authority, no borrowed weight, no inflated claims, only lived experience. I speak without instruction, without performance, without distortion. Clarity first. You stand outside, you speculate, you comment, you guess. I stand inside, I operate, I decide, I execute. Distance explains confusion, proximity explains certainty. Time reveals truth, truth remains, descends without flourish. Position stated, foundation solid, work continued.
I move with intent, sharpened by risk. Every corner teaches awareness. Nothing here feels neutral. All space demands attention. Ambition drives motion. Motion attracts resistance. Resistance reveals structure. Structure shows weak points. I learned survival through pattern recognition. Who speaks too much? Who watches quietly? Who moves late? Trust stays conditional, access stays limited, information stays controlled, exposure stays minimal. Progress invites tension, tension forces discipline, discipline builds endurance, endurance outlasts noise. I step forward with eyes open, hands steady, breath measured, mind scanning. Nothing arrives clean, everything arrives contested. Each gain triggers response, each response tests resolve. I read shifts in tone, I read pauses, I read absence. Silence signals danger, ambition sharpens senses. Sleep stays light, instinct stays active, compass stays distant. I learned speed matters less than timing. Timing decides leverage, leverage secures position. Position demands defense. I never confuse motion with safety. Movement attracts eyes, eyes attract plans. Plans require counters, I count exits. I know angles, I map routines. Routine invites prediction. Prediction invites interference. Interference demands adjustment. Adjustment preserves momentum. Momentum stays fragile. I speak less, I observe more. Information outweighs volume. Volume leaks intent. Pressure stayed constant. Fear stays managed. Panic stays excluded. Control stays internal. I learned hunger teaches focus. Focus filters distraction. Distraction kills awareness. Awareness keeps breathing steady. Every gain costs attention. Attention costs energy. Energy demands recovery. Recovery never equals rest. I stay alert inside success. Victory softens guards. Soft guards fail early. Early failure spreads fast. Ambition never sleeps. It whispers warnings. It sharpens edges. It rejects comfort. I move as target and operator. Seen yet unreadable. Present yet guarded. Open yet closed. I track consequence ahead. Reaction time shortens. Options narrow. Decisions harden. I learned loyalty shifts under pressure. Fear exposes intent. Scarcity exposes value. Stress clarifies truth. I keep plans laid. Fallbacks prepared. Routes diversified. Exposure minimized. Ambition does not relax. It recalibrates. It scans. It adjusts. I step with caution shaped by experience. Mistakes taught cost. Cost taught restraint. Restraint preserves longevity. I learned silence saves energy. Energy funds execution. Execution produces
produces outcome. Outcome invites scrutiny. Scrutiny demands consistency. Consistency demands sacrifice. Sacrifice isolates. Isolation strengthens clarity. I never mistake applause for safety. Crowds change direction. Direction changes risk. Risk stays personal. I learn power attracts challengers. Challenges test limits. Limits reveal gaps. Gaps require repair. I repair quietly. No broadcast. No celebration. Only reinforcement. Ambition builds momentum through repetition. Repetition builds instinct. Instinct speeds response. Response prevents collapse. I stay ready during calm. Calm masks danger. Danger waits patiently. Patience beats haste. I never assume peace. I assume cycles. High points, low points. Each cycle teaches adaptation. Adaptation keeps relevance. Relevance draws conflict. Conflict demands preparedness. I move aware of shadows, not paranoia, pattern recognition. History remembered. I learned security feels temporary. Temporary requires vigilance. Vigilance sharpens resolve. Resolve sustains direction. I carry ambition without display. Display attracts attention. Attention invites testing. Testing consumes resources. Resources stay guarded. Energy conserved. Focus protected. Direction intact. I move forward without pause. Pause invites doubt. Doubt slows reaction. Reaction time matters. Ambition sharpens every sense. Hearing tune. Vision narrow. Judgment firm. I learn to expect friction. Friction signals progress. Progress draws opposition. Opposition validates position. I stay alert inside ambition. No rest granted. No blind trust offered. No guard lowered. This path stays demanded. Demand shapes strength. Strength supports survival. Survival protects ambition. I continue moving eyes open. Vibes with that. Alert highways. I move with defense, coded into posture. No loose stance, no open flank. Readiness shows before words. Every step scans perimeter. Crowds blur faces. Intent leaks through motion. Motion never lies. This environment rewards caution. Punishes delay. Tests confidence. Exposes weakness. I learn protection starts internal mind first. Encircled in territory. Speech stays measured. Silence stays sharp. Noise attracts heat. Heat drains focus. I do not posture. I position angles chosen. Lines held. Pressure enters early. Uninvited. Constant. Relentless. I keep tools mental. Awareness, time, and restraint. Each encounter feels allogative. Who watches, who wait to advance is too soon. Trust never arrives free. Entry requires proof. Proof takes time. Time reveals motive. I stand alert within groups. Unity without blindness. Cohesion without illusion. Everyone accountable. Threats rarely announce presence. They shift tone, change pace, alter distance. I track changes, small tells, micro movements, irregular silence. Preparation replaces panic. Panic collapse. Structure preserves ground. Ground supports leverage. I learned defense demands discipline. Discipline filters impulse. Impulse attract mistakes. Mistakes invite damage. No moment feels casual. Casual invites loss. Loss spreads fast. Recovery costs double. I guard position through consistency. Same standard, same vigilance, same readiness. Every voice carries weight. Weight measured. Intent assessed. Response calibrated. I do not overextend. Reach reveals center. Center stays protected. Balance maintained. Conflict favors the prepared. Prepared means repetition. Repetition sharpens instinct. Instinct shortens reaction. I learn protection extends outward. Watch partners cover angles. Share signals. No single move stands alone. Actions change define outcome. Outcome decides standing. I keep distance deliberate. Space controls options. Options control leverage. Leverage controls survival. Every exchange feels strategic. No wasted motion. No empty threats. Only intent backed by ability. I learn boundaries. Protect momentum. Momentum attracts pressure. Pressure demands structure. Structure absorbs impact. I maintain awareness under success. Success softens guards. Soft guards fail first. Failure spreads quick. Eyes stay level. Hands steady. Breath control. Mind present. No reliance on luck. Luck fades. Systems endure. Endurance wins. I move with others, just stay alert. Collective strength, individual responsibility, mutual coverage. Protection includes foresight, exit known, fallback plan, no dead ends. I learn respect follows preparation. Preparation shows, talk fades, presence remains. Every setting holds hierarchy. Hierarchy tests and trends. Interest prove readiness. I'm ready, exit fast. I never mistake. Calm for safety, calm hides motion. Motion shifts power. Power changes hands. I keep posture neutral. Signals minimal. Intent concealed. Options preserved. Defense begins before contact, before conflict, before words, before recognition. I learn silence blocks exposure. Exposure invites challenge. Challenge drains resources. Resources stay guarded. I move with caution, shaped by experience. Experience costs time. Time taught restraint. Restraint preserved longevity. No bravado required. Confidence stays quiet. Quiet travels far. Far reaches safety. I study patterns of aggression. Predict escalation. Prepare counters. Counters neutralize force. I protect position through awareness. Awareness feeds response. Response maintains control. Control sustains presence. Every moment holds potential shift. Shift demands attention. Attention demands energy. Energy conserve. I guard against complacency. Complacency erodes edge. Edge defines survival. Survival remains priority. I learn protection feels continuous. No off switch. No pause. Baseline state. I operate with vigilance. Normalize. Not fear. Not chaos. Structure each member holds responsibility. Coverage overlaps. Gaps close. Lines hold. I accept risk exists. Always acknowledgement sharpens focus. Focus guides action. Action preserves position. I stay ready without display. Display attracts focus. Focus attracts test. Test consume energy. I maintain readiness through repetition. Drills mental habits. Solid response is automatic. I learn survival favors the alert. Alert stays active. Active stays prepared. Prepared stays standing. I remain guarded. Still watching. Still adjusting. Still present. Protection stays constant. No declaration needed. No warning issued. Awareness speaks.
Yeah. Power design. Regatta piss on the knee shaker. No. Power sits heavy on the spine. Not decorative. Functional weight. It alters posture.
Attention bends rooms, silence changes meaning. Every step echoes louder, distance shrinks. Control feels addictive, praise accelerates it. Resistance sharpens it, excess corrodes it. Authority exposes flaws, amplifies impulse, magnifies doubt. Nothing hides, I learned influence multiplies consequence. Minor errors scale fast, small shifts ripple wide. Correction demands speed, visibility removes privacy. Every gesture interpreted, every pause analyzed. Intent rarely assumed, I operate under constant projection. Stories written externally, narratives recycled, accuracy optional. Power rewards confidence, punishes hesitation. Test restraint provokes ego. Ego seeks expansion, expansion risks collapse. Collapse teaches limits, limits redefine strength. I study reaction patterns, crowds reward certainty. They resist nuance, they consume extremes. Holding center requires effort, not instinct. Not comfort, deliberate balance. Ambition whispers excess, discipline counters it. Temptation negotiates daily terms, reviewed constantly. I learn dominance without control, self-destructs. Volume replaces clarity, impulse overrides plan. Fall arrives fast, self-awareness slows descent. Reflection restores footing, humility sharpens judgment. Judgment stabilizes motion, power invites imitation. Imitation distorts intent, discourse spreads confusion. Original meaning fades. I guard core principles, not slogans. Not applause driven, function driven. Control demands solitude, solitude strengthens perspective, perspective tempers reaction, reaction defines outcome. I witnessed ascent, alter peers, speed replace patience, visibility replace substance, correction arrive late, power never arrives clean, it drags baggage, amplifies history, forces reckoning. I accept contradiction inside authority, confidence paired with doubt, vision paired with risk, command paired with scrutiny. Every win increases pressure, pressure narrows margin, margin demands precision, precision requires calm. I learn restraint signals strength over reaction signals fear, fear leaks through posture, posture communicates. Power tests ethics quietly through shortcuts, through silence, through opportunity. Opportunity temps erosion, erosion weakens structure, structure failure costs everything. Rebuild hurts, I maintain internal audit. Motives reviewed, reactions questioned, decisions owned. No myth protects accountability. Narratives fade, records remain. Memory persists, power changes social geometry. Proximity shifts, loyalty, distance alters honesty. Access distorts truth. I filter voices carefully, volume ignored. Consistency weighed, intent examined. Power rewards, decisiveness punishes indecision. Yet rashness invites loss, balance stays critical. I study consequence chains, cause mapped effect anticipated. Risk price, leadership magnifies character, virtue scales, flaws echo. Mask fail, I accept responsibility without performance. No defense theater, no symbolic regret, only adjustment. Power challenges identity, separate self from image, forces reconciliation. Truth emerges, I learned admiration inflates expectation. Respectation restraints movement, restriction breeds frustration. Frustration, test control, I choose clarity over spectacle. Structure over noise, consistency over peaks. Longevity over flash, power thrives on repetition. Habits compound, errors compound faster. Correction stays urgent, I monitor internal narrative. Ego check, purpose reaffirm. Direction stabilized, influence shifts. Perception of time, urgency increases. Patience shortens, mistakes accelerate. I learn to slow pace intentionally. Delay reaction, extend analysis. Preserve leverage, power reshape relationships. Equality dissolves, motives blur. Boundaries strengthen, I enforce distance strategically. Not arrogance, protection, stability. Power listens to honesty, poorly prefers affirmation. isolation. Flatters excess, feeds distortion. I seek friction deliberately. Opposition reveals blind spots threaten stability. Exposure saves. I learned dominance fades without renewal. Relevance decays. Skills dull, complacency kills. I train awareness daily, not paranoia meetings. Baseline discipline. Power demands authorship, blame transfers poorly. Ownership stabilizes authority. Deny weaken stance. I accept internal conflict. Control versus desire. Legacy versus impulse. Order versus chaos. This tension fuels clarity. Clarifies limits. Divides guides action. Power test restraint through abundance. Access increases. Choice multiplies. Focus strains. I reduce options intentionally. Simplify feel. Protect attention. Preserve judgment. Power never guarantees permanence. Only leverage, only window, only moment. I operate aware of fragility. Structures crack silently. Signals appear early. Response decides fate.
Yeah. Pressure strips disguise fast. The setting rejects there. Posture exposes truth. Sound judgment keeps distance. I study behavior under stress. Voices shake, timing slips. Eyes avoid contact. Claims mean nothing alone. Action confirms stance. Consistency reveals core. Break show early. I watch movement patterns. Who rushes, who freezes, who adjusts clean. The space rewards calm. Punishes excess. Talk, test, resolve daily. Keep score quietly. I learn credibility costs time. Time demands patience. Patience filters ego. Ego ruins footing. No badge protects here. No title shields. Only conduct counts. Only repetition lasts. I stay measured, tone flat, breathe steady, mind present. Threat appears, subtle distance changes, silence stretches, energy tightens. I do not overstate, overstatement attracts checks. Checks expose weakness, weakness spreads fast. I learn fear leaks through shortcuts, corners cut, stories padded, claims rushed. I track who holds line under heat, under doubt, under loss. Pressure reveals alignment, value surface, priority sought, mass fall. I move with minimal signal, no display, no extra motion, no waste. This environment records everything. Moments stack, patterns emerge, judgment follows. I learn restraint preserves options. Options control leverage. Leverage controls outcome. Outcome defines standard. I watch reactions to noise. Some chase approval, some chase safety, some chase clarity. Clarity outlasts volume. Volume fades. Records remain. Memory holds. I keep distance deliberate. Space buys time. Time buys choice. Choice decides fate. No praise here, no sympathy. Only observation, only result. I learned discipline keeps nerves intact. Ritual steadies hands, routine steadies pace. Pace steadies thought. I do not confuse silence with fear. Silence gathers data. Data guides action. Action stays precise. False bravado collapses quick. Eyes dart, speech stumbles, timing fails. I trust patterns, not promises, not performance. Patterns repeat. I learn patience exposes bluff. Delay forces truth. Truth clarifies intent. Intent directs response. I stay grounded, feet planted, angles check, exit known. Every step evaluated by peers, by rivals, by self. I accept scrutiny. Scrutiny sharpens form. Form improves odds. Odds favor control. I learn caution protects momentum. Momentum fuels confidence. Confidence steadies choice. Choice sustains progress. No shortcuts survive pressure. Pressure taxes flaws. Flaws compound. Collapse follows. I keep circle tight. Roles defined. Signals clear. Coverage shared. I watch how people handle loss. Some adapt, some freeze, some fracture. Adaptation marks strength. Strength shows quietly. Quiet holds power. Power stays subtle. I learn presence matters. Absence invites rumor. Rumor invites test. Test demands response. I remain present. Eyes level. Hands ready. Mind alert. No fascination with danger. Only respect. Only preparation. Only control. I study time and shifts. Late moves fail. Early moves expose. Right moment matters. I learn focus rejects distraction. Distraction drains energy. Energy fuels action. Action must count. I do not celebrate noise. Noise masks errors. Errors cost ground. Ground loss spreads fast. I maintain standards under stress. Same pace, same rules, same focus. I learn honesty with self saves time. Denial delays fix. Delay magnifies damage. Repair costs more. I choose clarity over bravado. Bravado invites checks. Checks find cracks. Cracks widen. I watch who adapts. Mid-pressure adjustments reveal skill. Skill builds trust. Trust stays rare. I learn survival favors a steady. Steady beats loud. Loud fades. Steady remains.
no illusions here, no romance, no cover stories, only fact. Extract cause and effect, action triggers response, response triggers consequence, consequence teaches. I accept lessons quickly, correction applied, behavior refined, motion continues. I stay ready without display, display draws attention, attention invites test, test consumes energy. I learn control starts internal, emotion manage, impulse check, decision clean. I observe exits, I observe entries, I observe shifts, nothing ignored. This setting rewards awareness, awareness beats force, force wastes effort, effort must count. I do not posture opposition, angels held, lines protected. I learn credibility, survive storms, storms test nerves, nerves reveal training, training shows. I keep intent clear, words minimal, actions align, results persist. I remain steady, still watching, still adjusting, still present. Pressure never leaves, standards never drop. Reality never blinks. Only those built for it stay.
Morning light hits the street the same way. No announcement, no signal. Routine sets pace. Windows open, music low. Conversation brief, movement stays smooth. The block reads familiar, faces known, history understood, nothing forced. Confidence is quiet, no display needed. Presence speaks, reputation handles details. I move through hours without rush, time respected. Energy measured, steps unhurried, there is structure here. Unwritten, observe, maintain, people no spacing. Who speaks, who listens, who watches corners. No drama required, no statement issue, life continues. Order stays intact, work handle early. Plans stay simple, errands finish clean, day unfolds steady. The street breathes slow, engines hum, footsteps pass, laughter breaks silence. Nothing feels staged, nothing exaggerated. Reality holds weight. Weight feels normal. I learned comfort comes from control. Control comes from consistency. Consistency comes from discipline. And discipline stays internal. Shade offered, shade accepted. Respect exchanged, no tension carried. The environment stays honest. False energy stands out. Posturing fades quick. Authentic presence remains. I sit back and observe. Patterns repeat. Habits show truth. Truth needs no volume. Food shared. Stories brief. No need to explain. Background context already known. Movement stays fluid. No wasted motion. No sudden shifts. Balance maintained. Confidence does not rush speech. Words land clean. Silence fills gaps. Understanding follows. The day holds rhythm. Tasks align. Interruptions pass. Focus returns. I learn stability earns trust. Trust reduces noise. Noise disrupts flow. Flow preserves calm. This space rewards familiarity. Strangers feel tension. Regulars feel ease. Boundaries stay clear. No rush towards spotlight. Spotlight distorts. This busting invites pressure. Pressure disrupts peace. I keep plans modest. Goals practical. Expectations realistic. Progress steady. No fantasy sold. No future promise. Only present handle that proves enough. I learn pace matters. Fast draws attention. Slow invites patience. Patience builds longevity. Cars roll by. Window down. Soundtrack steady. Mood relaxed. No fear display. No threat assumed. Awareness stays active. Calm stays dominant. I move through settings known well. No surprises. No guessing. Memory guides steps. Respect stays mutual. Given early. Return often. Maintain daily. I learn reputation travels without escort. Stories move faster than bodies. Bodies stay grounded. Grounded feels secure. Conversations stay light. Jokes land easy. Serious talk waits. Time and respect to the day does not need proof. Proof already exists. History recorded. Memory shared. I learn comfort grows from preparation. Preparation reduces stress. Stress clouds judgment. Judgment shapes outcome. This routine holds meaning. Not loud, not symbolic, functional. I sit where view stays wide. Angles covered, exits known. Options preserved. No rush to leave. No push to stay. Choice remains open. Freedom feels balanced. I learn calm reflects control. Control reflects experience. Experience builds assurance. Assurance remains quiet. The night approaches smooth. Lights warm, voices slow. Energy settles. Nothing feels rushed. Nothing delayed. Time in the lines. Flow continues. I move with people who know rules. Rules stay simple. Respect space. Handle business. No reminders needed. No warning issued. Understanding shared. Harmony maintained. I learn routine protects peace. Peace protects focus. Focus protects progress. Progress sustains comfort. Music fades in background. Laughter echoes. Engine idle. Time stretches. No urgency required. No conflict sought. Life proceeds. That proves enough. I stay grounded in familiarity. Familiarity breeds confidence.
Confidence reduces tension. Tension fades. The night closes without a vent. Doors locked. Lights dim. Calm remains. Tomorrow will look similar, that brings relief. Consistency holds value. Value stays clear. No exclamation off and no approval sought. This is the method. It works. Yeah. Yeah. Time passed without a racing position. Years stacked, noise came and went, foundation stayed intact. The environment shifted, trends rotated, voices changed pitch, core remained stable. Presence does not announce itself, it occupies space, fills rooms, alters tone. I move without urgency, urgency signals doubt. Confidence sets tempo, tempo controls outcome. Questions surfaced over time, relevance tested. Silence misread, work continue. I let results handle conversation, conversation fades, records persist, memory stays sharp. Systems built early, refined slowly, stress tested repeatedly, they still hold. I learned longevity comes from restraint, not excess, not reaction, measured execution. The rhythm stays familiar, steps feel natural, hands no placement, process runs clean. I never chase validation, validation shifts daily. Standards stayed fixed, consistency paid dividends. New faces and the old names disappear. Cycles repeat, position remains. I speak when necessary, silence and the wise words carry weight, weight earned. Control shows and pacing, not rushed, not delayed. Intentional, I watch movements rise fast, fall faster. More meets on wasted lessons noted. I stay focused on structure, blueprints updated, materials improve, vision unchanged, reputation travels without escort, stories precede arrival, no correction needed, context already set. I learn mastery looks calm, effort hidden, errors reduced, confidence steady, the space recognizes familiarity, not nostalgia, reliability, dependability. I operate without spectacle, spectacle distracts, focus sustains, sustainability wins. Years refine judgment, impulse trim, reaction slow, clarity sharpen. I do not compete with noise, noise burns out, precision endures, endurance compounds. Every move connects to history, history forms strategy, strategy guides execution, execution preserves standing. I remain grounded during success, success distorts perception, grounding preserves balance, balance prevents drift. No rush to prove continuity, continuity proves itself. Time confirms presence, presence feels normal. I learned authority survives adaptation. Rigidity breaks, flexibility adjusts, essence stays. I move through familiar patterns, updated tools, same discipline, same standards. People ask how longevity happens. No mystery, daily repetition, unseen consistency. I maintain relevance by ignoring hype. Hype inflates expectations, expectations collapse, work remains. I learn control beats, volume, volume fades, control directs, direction matters. The craft evolved, technique sharpened, understanding deepened, curiosity stayed active. I never mistook quiet for absence. Quiet conserved energy, energy applied precisely, precision deliver results. I remain composed under attention, attention distorts motives, composure filters distraction, focus preserved. Years did not soften resolve, they refined it, removed excess, left essentials. I learned time and outrank speed, early fails, late misses, right moment lands. I let patterns speak, numbers align, behavior repeats, conclusions follow. I stayed accountable, adjusted methods, updated systems, never abandoned core. The environment changed rules, I learned them, adapted tactics, maintained advantage. I operate with institutional memory, mistakes remember, success analyze, knowledge retained. I never relied on novelty, novelty expires, substance sustains, substance lasts. I move with the ease of experience, no tension, no rush, confidence, quiet years built leverage, leverage created options, options preserve control, control maintain presence. I learn relevance is maintenance, not a moment, not a peak, a process. I invest in fundamentals, they scale, they adapt, they survive pressure, no reintroduction needed, position understood, list documented, continue with accepted. I keep distance from spectacle, spectacle feeds ego, ego clouds judgment, judgment matters. I let time do the explaining, time remains honest, trends lie, records don't. I stay present without performance, no announcement, no campaign, just operation. The rhythm continue, familiar yet refined, stable yet flexible, controlled. I learned legacy is consistency, observed, not declared, not forced, accumulated. I remain in position, still aligned, still focused, still here, still here, still here, still here. No closing statement needed, presence speaks. Structure holds, the system runs.
Shadows stretch longer than streets at night. Thoughts refuse to line up straight. Every sound carries extra meaning. Footsteps echo twice, once real, once imagined. The mind scans corners before the eyes do. Silence grows loud inside narrow rooms. Walls feel closer with each breath counted. Memories replay without permission. Old scenes gain new details. None of them bring comfort. Trust wears thin under constant alert. Muscles stay tight even while sitting still. Rest feels suspicious. Calm feels temporary. Peace waits behind locked doors. Streetlights flicker like broken signals. Vision questions itself. Was that movement a habit? Was that threat a reflex? The brain answers before facts arrive. Sleep loses structure. Dreams bleed into daylight. Thoughts loop without exit signs. Logic argues with instinct. Instinct usually wins. Handshake from effort, not fear alone. Effort of staying composed. Effort of appearing steady. Effort drains faster than strength. Voices from the past grow louder. They repeat warnings learned early. Stay sharp, stay guarded. Never relax fully. Paranoia dresses as preparation. Anxiety poses as intelligence. Survival habits overstay their purpose. The mind refuses to downshift. Reflections feel unfamiliar. Eyes look back with questions. Who trusts, who hear? Which thought deserves belief? Doubt spreads quietly. Laughter sounds distant. Joy arrives muted. Pleasure carries guilt for existing. Happiness feels reckless. Worry demands attention first. Crowds intensify isolation. Too many angles to track. Too many expressions to read. Every glance holds potential judgment. Every whisper aims somewhere. The heart beats out of rhythm. Not fast, uneven, like waiting for impact. Confidence arose through repetition. One bad thought leads another. Chains form without warning. Breaking one link solves nothing. The body reacts before permission. Sweat forms under imagined heat. Pulse spikes from nothing visible. The mind fills gaps aggressively. Reality competes with perception. Perception rarely yields ground. Facts lose weight against feeling. Feeling dominates the room. Time stretches under stress. Minutes feel borrowed. Seconds feel monitored. Patience stands quickly. Anger hides behind fear. Fear hides behind pride. Pride blocks help. Help feels risky. Night offers no refuge. Darkness amplifies thought. Every noise earns analysis. Every pause invites suspicion. Memory distorts events gently then violently. Small threats grow teeth. Neutral faces gain motives. The mind rehearses outcomes. Most of them grim. Preparation mass pessimism. Hope waits outside the loop. Conversation becomes performance. Words chosen carefully. Tone adjusted constantly. Mistakes feel permanent. Relief arrives briefly. Never stays. Leaves questions behind. Why did calm feel unsafe? Past trauma negotiates control. It claims protection as motive. It demands vigilance as payment. Letting go feels irresponsible. The body listens to history. Scars instruct nerves. Lessons learned through damage stay loud. Isolation grows from self-defense. Distance reduces variables. Fewer people, fewer surprises. Loneliness trades safety for quiet pain. Every day requires negotiation. Which thoughts deserve attention, which fears deserve dismissal. The balance shifts soft and strength shows in endurance. Not loud resistance, quiet persistence. Carrying weight without display. Acknowledging struggle feels risky. Exposure invites judgment. Judgment threatens control. Control feels necessary. The mind fights itself daily. One side seeks rest, the other demands readiness. Neither fully wins. Progress moves slow, measured in calmer moments and shorter spirals. Faster recoveries. Understanding grows through patience. Patience builds from honesty. Honesty starts inside. Fear loses grip when named. Thoughts weaken under inspection. Not gone, reduced. Stability develops gradually. Small victory stack. Breathing steadies. Focus returns in pieces. The struggle remains real, so does resolve. Living continues between tension and release. The mind plays tricks. Awareness learns the rules.
Reflection talks back without apology. The voice sounds familiar and distant at once. Identity sits steady without costume or defense. No crowd required for confirmation. Labels float around searching for skin. None stick for long. Shape stays flexible, definition stays internal. Expression grows from comfort with difference. Style forms through choice, not demand. Standing apart feels natural here. Belonging starts inside first. The mirror offers no script. Only presence, only truth shaped by experience. Nothing borrowed, confidence breathes ease. No need for volume, no need for permission. Position holds firm through consistency. Taste evolves through curiosity. Sound, color, rhythm blend freely. No hierarchy enforced. Preference remains personal. Opinions pass by like weather, some loud, some brief, none permanent. Self-trust outlasts trends. Fashion fades fast, character moves slower, roots deepen while noise changes direction. Joy arrives through alignment, living honest removes friction. Energy saves itself when pretense leaves. Difference breeds its strength here. Uniformity offers nothing useful. Contrast sharpens awareness. Walking solo never equals isolation. Company exists through self-respect. Peace follows acceptance. The past tried definitions early, though shapes cracked under growth. Expansion ignores old borders. Expression refuses apology. Tone stays relaxed. Posture stays open. Nothing forced. This present rejects performance. No acting required. Daily life holds enough material. Humor softens edges. Seriousness stays selective. Balance guides interaction. Crowd sense authenticity quickly. Realness needs no explanation. It reads clear. The mind stays curious. Learning never stops. Influence flows in and out freely. Comparison loses relevance. Past differ for reason. Measurement wastes time. This approach favors ease over approval. Comfort grows from clarity. Clarity comes from honesty. No single image defines the whole. Contradictions coexist peacefully. Complexity feels human. Style speaks before words. Movement carries intention. Gesture completes meaning. Time proves alignment right. Staying true removes correction later. Criticism fades faster than memory. Integrity stays visible longer. This voice trusts instinct. Instinct sharpens through listening. Listening begins inward. Individual rhythm sets pace. No rush applied, no drag accepted. Presence feels light, effort drops once masks fall. Expression stays playful without dilution. Depth exists without heaviness. Self-awareness keeps ego small. Self-respect keeps posture tall. Belief builds quietly, action confirms it daily. Originality lives through sincerity. Copying never enters discussion. This stance remains adaptable, growth welcome. Change respected, confidence here avoids strength. Strength stays calm, the message stays simple. Be aligned, stay present, move honest. Identity remains whole without witnesses. Validation unnecessary. Existence speaks enough.